What is up, my dashing dudes? I am the Hans TV, and I hope that y'all are ready to see just how stupid some people can be, because it's time to dive back into r/Tales from Retail. Our first post for the day comes from Crispy Silicon. Man loses $6,000 cash in my store. So, many years ago, I'm having a pretty uneventful day at work when the phone rings. It's a customer who was in the store an hour and a half-ish before. He asks if anyone found any money in the store. How much money are we talking about, I ask. His answer, about $6,000. It's the proceeds from his car he sold just a few hours ago. Also says that, if found, he is happy to give a reward. I tell my coworker and we scour the place, but no luck. The guy on the phone is disappointed but is positive he must have dropped it here. Asks if it's okay to come search. Be my guest, I tell him. He shows up about 40 minutes later, spends an hour plus searching and researching the store. Nada. Finally, he gives up, says it just wasn't meant to be, buys a soda for the road, walks out the doors, and throws a straightened garbage can outside doors. Then I hear him yell. I see him reach out to the garbage can and pick up a thick stack of money right off the top. He's literally dancing in joy. He accidentally threw it there with his last receipt. No idea how. Don't know how many people walked right by that can over a 3-hour period. Major shopping center. More than 100. Also very common for people to go through the cans there looking for recyclables multiple times a day. With some amazing luck, just not mine. Okay, but how the hell do you throw 6,000 smackaroos into the freaking garbage can? That makes no sense to me. Our next post comes from The Krillers. It's 6:30 a.m. right now, and a guest just lost her $6,000 Louis Vuitton purse. Man, we got a $6,000 theme going on today. Today, as I'm going into work, there's a lady outside asking a few of us to get a manager right away. It's 6:30 a.m., store's not open. We're here to unload the truck, and she wants to speak to a manager because last night she lost her $6,000 Louis Vuitton purse. The manager goes out and tries to reason with her to wait until open, but no. She said, "Your store's empty and there's plenty of employees to look for it." Manager tries more to get her to wait until 8 a.m. so they can resolve it. Nothing is in lost and found, and she's not having it. I get it. A $6,000 purse is a lot of money to lose. However, we're not all going to look for it. And if someone found it last night, and I mean anyone, that thing's gone. It's a Louis purse. That purse alone is probably worth more than what's in it. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens later. Update 1. Manager grabbed 3 of us to look around the store for the purse. She wasn't happy that only 3 were looking, but went with it. It's been about an hour and no luck finding this purse. Update 2. Security asks for a description of the purse. She responds with, "Louis Vuitton, black and brown, $6,000. I laughed a bit because WTF does $6,000 look like? Anyway, we had no luck in finding it, but she's refusing to leave the store until something comes up. Now she's retracing her steps around the store to see if she could find it. She's going around and asking other employees to look around for it. Update 3. Happy and annoying ending. Security tells her that her bag was put into one of her shopping bags last night. Then she smacks her head and says, "I'm so sorry. It was raining last night and I didn't want the purse to get wet, so I asked if the cashier could put it in the bag." She then calls her daughter to check the shopping bags and confirms that it is in the bag. She apologizes 100 times and crying/laughing. As soon as I heard that, I almost said, "Dumb bitch," right next to her. I'm just telling myself, it's fine. Everything's fine. She has her purse, no one got hurt, no one got fired, no cops, no arrest, just a mistake that's annoying, but everything is fine. Not gonna lie, I kinda wanted a more dramatic ending, like cops involved or an employee stole it. Is it bad that I wanted that ending as well? No? No? Okay. This next post comes from Red Jeopardy. You work here. Why don't you know how every object you sell works? Apologies in advance for mobile formatting. So, I work as a cashier for a regional grocery store chain at a particular store that's rather large. The day this event occurred, I was working the self-checkout next to the entrance and it's busy. A woman in her 60s or so comes through and asks me where our plates and such are. She doesn't speak English that well, so I have a tough time explaining that our housewares is towards the center of the store, but eventually she understands where I'm pointing and goes on her way. I go back to my job, and about 10 minutes later, she comes to me with a cake carrier and asks me how to close it. It doesn't have the little clasps that normal cake carriers have, so I try twisting it in place, and it doesn't lock. So I just shrug, give a laugh, and go, I'm not sure. Because surely she could go back and get a different cake carrier that she does know how to operate. She shrugs too and says something along the lines of, well, I need this. We need to know how it closes. I politely tell her that I'm not sure how it closes and that I was sorry. She responds by saying, you work here. You should know how these things work. Not knowing how to respond to that, I told her I was sorry again and attempted to step back into doing my job. Unwilling to accept that someone who works exclusively on the front end of the store would not know how to operate one of the 100,000 plus objects we carry, she tells me to call someone who does. I honestly didn't know what to do at this point, and customers were starting to need my help at the machines. So I called Housewares, let them know what was coming, and sent her back. I saw her leave the store another 10 minutes later. She was empty-handed. I feel like this could belong in Entitled Parents as well, but I'm not sure. You guys leave a comment down below if you think this could be put in r/Entitled Parents. This next post comes from Freckleface2113. I get it. Clearly, you don't. Longtime lurker, first-time poster, etc. I work at a department store on the East Coast, and I definitely have customers who upset me and ones who make my day. Today is about the former. We close at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Starting at 7:30, they begin announcing that the store will be closing soon. One at 30 minutes, one at 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then closed. At 8 p.m., my coworker is helping a customer finish up, and I check the fitting room to find one more customer in there. I knock and say, sorry ma'am, I just wanted to let you know that we're closed. She replies, with a tone, yeah, I'm done. I think, cool. Once coworker finishes, I'll close that register. I go back to the registers and coworker is still with them. A tag had fallen off of something. I'm waiting and the woman from the dressing room comes out with the dress and walks toward me. She goes to hand me the dress and me. Oh, sorry, we're closed. Customer, what about them? Me? Oh, she's just finishing up with them, but we're closed now. Customer, yeah, but I'm buying the dress. She stands behind the people checking out and I call asset protection to let them know customers are still on the floor. Policy. The other customers leave and she hands me the dress. I repeat that we're closed and she says again that she's going to buy the dress. My coworker was going to check her out, which she really shouldn't, so I did it instead because frankly, I'm faster. My coworker is this cute older lady and if I hadn't, she would have, I take the dress, ask for email, etc. I ring up the dress and customer, you know, you don't have to be rude. Me, I'm not being rude. Customer, I know you guys are closed, but you're like rushing people out. I used to work for the company, so like I get it. Me says nothing as blood pressure spikes. I hand her the dress without applying the coupon, fuck you, and smile my biggest smile. You have a wonderful night. Nah, bitch, clearly you don't get it. If you got it, you wouldn't be rude and would leave. I feel like most of these stories from the day could be cross-posted into r/Entitled people. Good lord, these people don't understand customer service. This next post is from feckin' hell, mate. I witnessed my first grown man tantrum. Just for context, I work in a women's clothing store. A few weeks ago, I had an older gentleman come into the store to do a return for his wife. Okay, no problem. We do it every day. I confirm that he has the right receipt, and that's when I get down to the bottom. I saw that the date of purchase was beyond our 30-day return period. This means that he gets his return back on a gift card and for what it's coming up as today if it's less than the original purchase price. So the item he was returning was bought at 20% off, but was now 40% off, and had a difference of about $9. I explained this to him, and he wasn't having it. He said it doesn't make sense. He has the receipt, other stores don't do this, etc. We've all heard it before. I once again reiterate our store policy. Obviously, he wasn't relenting, so I had the assistant manager come over. She explained the same thing I just did, and he kept arguing with her, so eventually we brought over the store manager. She told him the same thing all three of us did. No matter how much he argued, my manager would not give him what he wanted. He eventually got fed up, took the item back, and proclaimed that they're not making another purchase at our store in the future. Then proceeds to stomp away and slam our doors open on the way out, in a store full of women. Yikes. Our final post for the day comes from Jolly Morgan. No, You can't buy one of our demo copies. Short intro, I work in a board game store. Intro done! Slightly longer intro. We frequently host game nights and other in-store activities. Because of this, and because we love showing games to people, or letting people try a game before buying, we've got a huge shelf of demo games in the back of the store. The back of the store is also where our game room is. Customers are allowed in there to look around, but there's a clear sign on the shelf of demo games stating that they're demo games and aren't for sale. You pretty much can't miss the sign as it's attached to the hinge of the glass door of the shelf. So, a customer I've never seen before, we'll refer to him as AC, which is short for annoying customer, comes into the store. He's browsing around, doesn't want any help, which isn't that weird, and just takes his time looking at various games. He eventually disappears into the game room, which, again, not that unusual as loads of people are curious about what's in there. After a while, he pops back out holding a demo copy of a game. Again, nothing weird there. People do that all the time and then request to play the game, which we're happy to oblige. This guy, as the title might have already revealed, wanted to buy the game. The conversation went as follows. Me: "Hi, that's a good game you just picked out there. Would you like me to show it to you?" Annoying customer: "No, I want to buy this." Me: "I'm sorry, this is one of our demo games. We don't sell these, but we do have a new sealed copy which I'd be happy to get for you." Annoying customer: "No, I want to buy this." At this point, I'm beginning to suspect this guy either has a mental problem, we get those sometimes, or is just being difficult. Spoiler, turns out to be the latter. Me: "I already told you, this is a demo game. There's a sticker that says demo game. You grabbed it from a closet with a clear sign that says these aren't for sale. Again, I'd be happy to grab you the new copy. It'll just be a minute." Annoying customer: "No, I want this. Are you dumb or something?" Me: "You know what? Fine, you can buy that." Annoying customer: "See, was that so difficult?" I ring up the game at full price, thinking to myself that it'll either make him buy the new copy or he'll buy this and I'll just open the new copy later and turn that into our new demo game. Me: "That'll be £67.99. Annoying customer: "What? For a used game? The game costs that much new." Me: "Correct. It does." Annoying customer: "That's stupid. I want a discount. It's been used." Me: "I've told you before. The game is our demo copy, which we use to play the game in the store and isn't for sale. We've got a new copy you can buy instead, so I'm not going to give you a discount. In fact, selling you this copy means more work for me since I'll have to open and sort a new game later." Annoying customer, thinking to himself for a moment: "Fine, I'll get the new game instead." I grab the new game for him and ring up, accompanied by the delightful sound of an annoying customer sighing a lot, bag the game at his request, and was just about to send him off when he drops this one on me. Me: "Here you go, sir. Hope you have fun with your new game." Annoying customer suddenly snags the bag from my hand. "I just want you to know that I'll never come to this f***ing store again." Me: "Thank God for that." Annoying customer stormed out of the store, slammed the door hard, and that was the end of that. My boss overheard most of the conversation, but was showing a game to one of our regulars. They both had a good laugh at my expense. To be fair, I found the whole ordeal pretty funny as well. I'm just happy my boss lets me be rude where appropriate. I wish more bosses were like this. I can't tell you how many times whenever I worked in retail or something like that I'd love to have been rude to a customer, but I couldn't because the customer's always right. No, f*** you. The customer is always wrong. Well, my dashing dudes, that's gonna do it for today's episode of r/Tales from Retail. I hope you liked what I did here, and I just gotta give a big shout out and thank you to everyone who subscribed in the past few weeks. It makes me feel really good knowing that y'all are enjoying my content. I'll link the stories down below in the description as well, so you can read the stories on your own time and keep up with updates and stuff like that if they come out with them. And if you liked what I did here, go ahead and drop a sub, a like, and a comment down below with what you'd like to see me read next. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.